good evening, good night, good afternoon. It really depends on the place you are, but very welcome to One Coffee with Kavana, with the sponsor of the German Jewish Museum in Santiago, Chile. You can see that I moved to Djerba. I am in Tunisia, and I came here because I will talk with a good friend of mine. He's going to get married very soon. You see how friends we are, and his name is Adir, and he will bring us the history and what's going on with the Jewish in Tunisia. So this will be a really wonderful podcast. And let me bring to the stage Adir. How are you?
Baruch Hashem, amazing. And you? How was it? You
There,
had?
you know, just because of having someone from Tunisia that will explain what's going on, I'm really happy. So really, really welcome to this podcast. And we want to
Mhm.
tell our people, our audience, that if you want to see us in YouTube, you can watch us in YouTube, but you also have a chance to hear from us in a podcast in the Spotify. So, Adir, you will be around the world, and you will explain what's going on in Tunisia with the Jewish. And let's start from this one. Tell us your family. I know you will get married, so this is Baruch Hashem. Congratulations. We are happy about that one.
Thank you.
And what's going on in Tunisia with the Jewish?
Yeah. So this situation now, I tell to all my friends, I have a lot of friends from New York, from Europe, from everywhere, and I tell them all the best. It's actually much better to live here now than to live in New York or to live in Europe or to live in all this. It's called Western
Yes.
countries, and because here people are even to protest to make a protest, or it's like it's a big mess, big not big people don't respecting, they are not respecting their countries. They are not here. People are respecting. There is a rule. If they pass the rule, they get punished. Even when they protest, they have to say to the they have to get permission to protest. It's not like that, and they don't break stuff, and they don't burn the flag of their own country. Here there is the rule. It's much more controlled. And Baruch Hashem, Jewish people here are living amazing, respected. We are working. I told you, I didn't tell you, I'm a jeweler also, and I sell all the
Yes.
jewelry to all my Muslim friends, and they come to me. They wait once a year to come, let's say to Djerba, to buy from me the gold, their jewelry for their weddings, presents. They know that the Jewish people are trusted people, and they come once a year or twice a year, or sometimes they ask me, "Can you bring it to Tunis, or can you bring?" So it's like a family. It's not like a business. It's more than that. And also, uh, I started this business of tourism 4 years ago. As I told you, it started when I was in my shop, and because my family is one of the only people that speak English. Because my father took us to study in England, yeshiva, in Gateshead, called Beit Yosef, and there I train myself more to speak the language English, and also learn Torah and the Jewish studies. And yes, so when I was in my shop, when I was on the age of 22, now I'm 26. Somebody told me that there are people, Hasidim. Maybe you want to talk to them. They are Americans, English. They speak English. I said, why not? I talk to them, and I see people. I haven't seen them for 2-3 years since I was in England, and I see them. They're looking for Jewish history. Their tour guide had no clue about the Jewish history and the Jewish rabbis who are buried in all of Tunisia, because Tunisia used to have 150,000 Jewish people. Now we
Wow.
have only 1,500. So it's like
That's it.
1%.
Yeah.
1% more left. But I'll tell you something. I'm gonna cut this 1 second. Saying that the Jewish people in Djerba is special. Okay, you have Jewish people in Morocco, you have Jewish people in other Muslim countries, but which is, I mean, not actually. But the Jewish people in Tunisia, in Djerba especially, they live in one neighborhood. It's called the Jewish town, and it is a Jewish town, which you have there. 75% of the town are Jewish neighbors. They
Yeah.
have Muslim neighbors.
Adir, let us tell the audience where's Djerba. It's in the south of Tunisia,
Yeah,
and it's an
Djerba,
island.
yeah, it's an island in the south of Tunisia, and it's used to be under the control of Libyan in a time in history. Used to be under control of Libyan king, and he gave it as present to Tunisia. It's and the Roman connected it. There is a bridge, a Roman bridge. It's connected to Tunis, to the mainland, and it's 2,000 years old when the Roman came to Tunisia. It's 2,000 years old, but it's not a bridge, hanging bridge.
Okay.
It's not a hanging bridge. It's a bridge which is because the water is not deep. It's 1 meter. So it's like the Romans were very good in building over the water. So it was built on very, very good situation and stayed for 2,000 years. And Djerban Jews, let's tell you about them. There are 2 Jewish communities in Djerba. It's called the big town, the big Jewish town, and the small Jewish town. The small Jewish town used to be Ir Kohanim. It's mentioned in the Shulchan Aruch. Rabbi Yosef Karo, he talked about it. It was a famous city, and it was all Kohanim, and it had a lot of different minhagim, because the city was all Kohanim. Even when you go to read the Torah, used to be the Kohen has to go first. It says in the Jewish law, halakha, if you have one Jewish who is not Kohen comes in that synagogue, he goes first, because he's the only one special. So it's all of this. These Jewish people came all the way from Jerusalem. After the first temple was destroyed, they came all the way straight from Israel to Djerba directly. And our town, which I am from the big Jewish town. It's 1,000 years old. The oldest synagogue is 1,000 years old. They lived by the bridge, and then they moved forward a bit by a bit. Our town is 1,000 years old, because that's the oldest synagogue in our town. That's how we know the age of the town, Jewish town. Yeah.
So that's part of the history, how Jewish people moved from Israel to Tunisia. It was a long time ago. So you have settled down there for many years. So let's go and let's discover about Tunis, which is north of Djerba, and you do have 2 active synagogues. You also have the Medina, which is the Muslim side. You also have a museum, and there are some streets. Can you go, because I would like to tell the people what's going on, and if they go and travel to Tunisia, what they will find. So we are inviting people to make this trip and discover the Jewish side of the tourism in Tunisia.
Yeah. So Tunisian Jewish people are more from. A lot of them came from Italy, and even before that, they're called the Jewish of the Grande. They came 300 years ago, and there is Jewish people that came even before that. They stayed for, which is like, you can say, 1,200 years old. Which is also old. They have a very old synagogue, and they have very big Jewish rabbis are buried there. Now the Jewish people in Tunis, you have only 2 synagogues are in function. They're active synagogues. One in La Goulette, which is by the beach. The synagogue people go there in the summer, stay there. Yeah, they have the people there are more modern, we say. They keep. I mean, easy going
Okay.
people, and they stayed for the summer. The synagogue there is about 300 years old, and
Wow.
yeah, 300 years old synagogue, and there is the big synagogue in the center of Tunisia called the big synagogue, and it was built 100 years ago when the Jewish people from a neighborhood called El Hafsiya moved from there, which is very old synagogue. They moved from because the Jews became 150,000 Jewish people. Imagine, which is like a
Yes.
big Jewish community. They extended and they built a big synagogue in the center of Tunis, and even in Google you can see a picture of a lot of Jewish people on before Kippur. In Kippur, like all the streets, right in that synagogue outside, full of Jewish people, like something like in
Amazing.
black and white picture, actually black and white picture, 1940, I think the picture, or on this time.
Okay.
And now this synagogue used to have minyan after minyan, prayer after prayer. Now only one minyan, one, but at least still active. They have
And if someone goes there, we can go and see those synagogues. We are able to enter those synagogues
yes, you're able to enter, but
with you.
to come to Tunis, this country, it's not like for me to go to France and to go to any other places. It's much easier. I mean, for me to go around, I can go myself and see this, see that. It's easy. But Tunisia, the not good thing about it, that especially for Jewish people, to see your Jewish attractions and stuff, not everywhere is famous. That's why I'm here to help anyone who wants to come here, to open for him the doors, to show him there is graves are buried in by Jewish houses. There is a lot of things that are hidden. You can't really go yourself and go to the Jewish. You can go, but sometimes it's closed, sometimes it's not closed. It's open. You need.
Yeah, this is like, I mean, who's coming here? Is your mother or is your future wife?
My mother
My
came.
mother. Let's come here and say hello. I mean, this
Okay,
is very
okay,
this
no
is nice. I
problem.
mean, invite
Okay,
here.
Emma. Okay,
No,
one sec. Let me call her.
sure. And you talk with here in yeah. Yeah. You see, guys,
Emma,
this is the nice thing about one coffee with Kavanagh. This is the Jewish family. This is the Jewish heritage. This is the way we are. If the mother is coming here, we're open. And this is why we are inviting here. Is she coming?
yeah, come here.
Yeah. Does she speak English or Arabic?
My
Hello.
mother, every she speaks Hebrew or Arabic.
Okay. Mashlomha.
Baruch Hashem. ونحن
Baruch
بسر
Hashem.
الدمور.
You see, well, let me see. Because I need to speak in English to the audience. Welcome to the show. Let's do it in Arabic now.
قال لك مرحبا بك في البرنامج. ده برنامج حكي فيه على تونس.
هذا باروخ هاشم نحن حيين تو باروخ هاشم.
Until here that you have a great son.
قال لك عندك ولد خمخوم.
يودعت باروخ هاشم.
She knows.
Baruch Hashem. Nice. And congratulations for the wedding.
قال لك مزال طوب على حتونا.
تدرى ربك تابو.
Come.
تابو لحتونا.
Yeah. I will. I wish. So you see, friends, this is what is nice about the way we Jewish people can communicate and can talk with people around the world. I mean, we are having the mother, we are having the son, and we are talking about going to Tunisia to see the nice things about the Jewish history and heritage. So thank you very much. Let's continue with the show.
حيجي ولا لا؟
ما حيجيش يجي وما.
قد يحسن حاجة تعملها في حياتك.
She said if you come to the wedding you'll experience something you never had
في حياتك عمرك ما شفت.
in your life.
حيمشي الخال ورايد.
Never had.
Yeah. I would love to go, but I'm trying to go next year to Tunisia, so I will meet you.
هذاك ما قلتش يجي خاطر عم جاي يجي هذا الشيء.
صلى على ربي يسهل. امين عزيز.
امين.
تدرب تدرب.
בבקשה, בבקשה.
ربي يزيد الصوت.
Okay, so
So Adir, this is the nice
Yeah.
thing about, I mean, we love this kind of programs in which is a very real situation. Your mother comes here. We have the time to talk with her, and it's great.
Yeah, it's happened like that. Here, everyone, the house is busy, so that's why. But it's okay. I know it's okay. I know it's everything.
Okay, let me move. Let me move for the Jewish tourism in Tunisia, and we talk about what's going on in Tunis, and if you can go deeper on that, and then we'll go to Djerba, because those are the two places that we would like to recommend if people is going there. Also talking to you, but those are the two famous places for the Jewish heritage. What else is going on in Tunis? We can also talk about the Medina. If people go there, what they will see there, the Borgel Museum. So let's talk about a little about those details in Tunis, and then we'll move south to Djerba.
Okay, so Tunis used to, as you know, if you heard of Carthage, the empire of Carthage it's 3,000 years old empire. It's very big empire, which used to be the oldest ships or big port. They had 3 wars with the Romans, and the Roman won twice and the Tunisian won once. But in the end, it was the end of the Carthage empire.
Okay.
And they built the Medina. The Medina is after Muslim name, which is like 1,200 years old, and has a lot of doors. Every door has its name: the door of the sea, the door Suiqa. Every it's beautiful. You see how the Muslim tradition of their shops, their market, the bargaining with the seller, all that stuff, fresh. They sell a lot of famous with the jasmine. It's called the city of jasmine, and all the smells you see, all the arts of their plates and all the stuff they use for the meal, the architecture for the buildings, the inside, outside. You see something very
tasty,
unique.
Okay.
Very unique and very traditional.
So Adir, if we have the chance to go there, we'll see the Jewish and we will see also the Muslim places, and we will see kind of a combination between of these two traditions. So it's very nice. Let's go to the south. Let's go to Djerba, to your place. There is a synagogue. What's the name of the synagogue there?
The synagogue synagogue.
El Ghriba. And that synagogue is also active. So maybe you will get married there, right?
And I will not marry there. I will actually get married in the big synagogue here in our town. That's what we all do there, where we go pray. We don't actually make the Sheva, the Barachot blessings in the synagogue. We make it at home. Everyone makes it in his own house here in Djerba.
Okay.
And and before Djerba, I wanted to go somewhere south of Tunisia, but north of Tunisia, which is called Kairouan. Kairouan, yes. If you heard about the Geonim, they lived 13 centuries, 14 centuries before now, and they were one of the Geonim famous is named Rabbi Hananel. Rabbi Hananel is on the Talmud. You'll see him on the side. Rabbeinu Hananel is very famous. And he came to Tunisia because one of the parrots told it was on the ship was 4 rabbis, 4 Geonim, and the parrots they kidnapped the ship and they sell the people there as slaves. And when the people hear about this, they heard that there is one of them is Rabbi Hananel. Rabbi Hananel and his father Rabbeinu Kheireddine is also Gaon, and they paid money, and they got him to their town, to Kairouan, and he built his own Jewish yeshiva. And used to be everyone pays the rabbis from Baghdad to because every time they come to collect money, and for example, you wanna know the religion, you don't know what to do. You send a letter to Baghdad, and then they respond to you. Takes time. When after they go, the Rabbi Hananel go to this city, then when they send their collectors to get money, they told them they didn't give them as usually. They gave them a lot less. They wondered why. Why did you? We told them now we have to help our own Jewish rabbis. Your own. So we get paying here. We don't have to pay you anymore there. Really, we pay a bit less. And it was, this city now is considered as the third holiest city for the Muslims. When the Muslims came to North Africa, somebody called Uqba ibn Rafa, he took out this place and he built there his mosque, which is the oldest mosque in North Africa. It's 1,100 years old. When it became the Muslim place, then the Jewish people, they had to move out of the city. They can live in Tunis, but this city, especially, no Jewish people can live here. And what changed this rule? Before 200 years ago, big Jewish rabbis in Tunis used to be very big in Kabbalah, which is the Jewish, called Jewish magic, or they were very, And this rabbi was very close, called Rabbi Mas'ud al-Fasi. Rabbi Mas'ud al-Fasi came from Fes, Morocco. He was traveling, and he stopped in Algeria, and then the driver of the Agala, of the thing, was afraid. He told him, "I'm not gonna stop here." He told him, "Shabbat, I'm not gonna go." And then he stayed there, and the guy of the, how do you call it? The driver of the
the ship.
No, not the ship. It was normal, not a car.
A garbage. A garbage. Yes.
And he left them there. Him and his own shamash, his worker, and he left them there. And then they used a line. A line stayed next to them, and after Shabbat, they went on the line, and they came to Tunis, the capital, with a line. It's a famous story. Every Jewish people.
We need to leave something so people will know that they need to travel there. So because if we tell the story, nobody will go there. So we need to leave something.
And he's buried in Tunisia. He's buried in Tunisia next to a Jewish house.
Yeah, we need to invite people to go there also, as well as with your tours. Let's go to Djerba, because this is a 30 minutes program, and we are almost there, because this has been fantastic. Your mother came here, Baruch Hashem, everything has been very good. Let's go to Djerba, and also I would like to leave some minutes to invite the people to go to your country.
Okay.
What they will see in Djerba?
So what they will see in Djerba? They will see the oldest synagogue in the world, which is Al Ghariba Synagogue, and the Kohanim, when they came from the Jerusalem to Djerba, they built this synagogue, and they built this synagogue, and the first stones they put in the wall, they brought with them from Jerusalem, from the first temple. And you can go inside once a year, or like Omar, to see the stones. They don't open the place for all the time. It's so not everyone can every day can go. You see it exactly in the east. If you go take the thing, it's exactly on the east, facing Jerusalem. Okay, and also not just old synagogue, and you'll see Jewish people alive. I mean, Jewish people practicing their very, very old traditions, even blowing the shofar, the horn. They blow the horn before Shabbat. We blow the horn to announce Shabbat is coming. 10 minutes
Wow.
before, yes, so people close their shops. We have a lot of minhagim that are very, very old, which is you see people with your own eyes, Jewish people, still doing it. Not this old kvarim, that people used to be Jewish people. Still Jewish people here living and doing their religious, keeping Shabbat, keeping all the Jewish religion, and even our own Jewish wedding tradition, our own music, our own food. People come from Tunisia, Muslims, Christians, they come to eat the Jewish food. It's very, very fresh, very clean, very tasty, very flavored. You see people walking, young kids. It's not that old people living here. Actually, more, you see the young kids, babies. We have 2 Jewish yeshivot. We have seminar for the girls. We have a kindergarten for the babies. So people here, you have shochtim and soifrim, people who do writing the Torah.
Yes.
Which we have too many that people come from all over the world, from Israel, from France. They come to buy from here. People from here go to Chile, to Argentina, to Brazil, to France, to Poland, to slaughter the cows and for the other people, and they are very, very strict. The Jewish people, the Jewish people here, you'll find him does his job, works, finish. Very, very strict. Not games. They don't joke about it. They do their job properly. Yeah.
Adir, we are almost there. And I would like to, if you can invite people from all over the world, because you know that there's a lot of countries watching this one. Huh? So you can please invite them to go to Tunisia and to go to your place, and also to see your beauties in your country. So the microphone is open, and invite the people to go to your place, because Tunisia is it is a hidden country where you can see many Jewish traditions. Believe us, it's a nice place to go.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll tell you what American people said to me, not one, not 2 people, maybe 10 people. They told me, they came here and they told me this is the hidden gem. Djerba, Tunisia is the hidden gem. To come here and to experience, especially Shabbat with the Jewish community here, you have to be, how do you say? You have to earn it. Not just, it's like, you have to be lucky to experience it. It's not something that anyone has enough luck to experience it. Some people are not lucky enough to come here to see it because they're afraid, because I don't know, a lot of reasons, a bit lazy of it. Not the time, it's not. But once they come here, they tell me, how didn't I go here long time ago? How did I keep this place? This should be the first place I should visit, the first place in my list, not the.
And this is what we are going to do with One Coffee with Kavana. We will invite everyone to go to Tunisia, and we really hope that together between our cafe with Kavana and yourself, we will invite people to go to Tunisia to see our traditions and to see especially the hidden gem in Djerba and in Tunis. Adir, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We are
one more thing.
Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Yes,
bye
please.
bye.